Franco. Yeah, catching up with Franco. Yeah, we're catching up with Franco. Yeah, we're catching up. Gotta catch it now, Franco. Yeah, catching up with Franco. Yeah, we're catching up with Franco. Yeah, we're catching up. Gotta catch it now.
Hello. We're back. We're here.
I am, man.
Wayne has been my technical advisor, which is probably why things didn't work last time. He's telling me, make sure that all your social medias are set correctly. And I'm on Facebook, and I have no idea if it's set correctly. Edit privacy. I did now. There you go. See? Now it is set to public. And we're all set. Thank you, Wayne. See, this is why last time it didn't go out to people at all, right? Probably. No one's responding to me at all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I'm just checking out.
I was like,
you're on.
Great. I fixed the technical problems, and now no one can hear me. That's what I'm thinking.
No. You're on Twitch. You're on Instagram. And I think I had another notification from another platform. But
I'm
yeah,
on the
no.
YouTubes. Okay.
Yeah, the YouTubes. Yeah,
right.
no, I'm just making sure I'm seeing everything.
I like, because right before you go on air, Wayne is like, "Listen, sir, make sure that you do all your technical stuff." And I'm like, you have to set the edit privacies on Facebook. And I'm like, "Oh, that's right, I forgot." Which is why last time nobody could see me. So now here we are, and I fixed it, and then I ask, and then nobody says anything. So I'm like, "Oh, great, I did something else now to ruin everything." So anyway, welcome to Catching Up with Franco. I'm Franco. You're catching up with me. I have no idea what we're catching up on today. I said to my son, Nick, say hi, Nick.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Oh, yeah, man.
I said, hey, you want to do a Catching Up live drawing show? And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, cool. And then like about 5 minutes later, I text Wayne. I said, hey, you up for a live show? He's like, cool. So this is all just thrown together. And then like 5 minutes after that, I talked to Chris Giarusso. Hi, Chris Giarusso.
Hey.
There he is. And I said, you want to go on live? And he's like, sure. So suddenly we have a full guest. We were gonna have one person, me, and now all of a sudden we got a whole bunch of people. So here we all are. Thanks for coming. If you have any questions and for us, or you want to be seen, question wise, Wayne over there is our comment wrangler, and he'll get to them. But you have to give StreamYard your permission in order to have it show up on one of our feed things. So make sure that you do that. And we're gonna draw on stuff. I'm gonna add my page here. Does this work? I don't even know if this thing works.
I can see it.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. And we're all live. Oh, I wish it would switch over to the other side so it didn't like. Good. And so anyway, let's see here. Maybe I'll fiddle with it as we're talking. How are you, Chris Giarusso? How are things?
Fantastic.
A man of so many words.
I had some.
That's pretty good.
I planned a trip, and a big appearance today.
Oh, really? Where?
Yeah.
Where are you? First of all, where are you planning your trip to? And then tell us where the appearance is going to be.
Planning a trip to the greater New York City area.
Oh, that's where I live.
And I'm planning to visit a store called Oh Yeah Comics on Saturday, January 18th.
Nice. So you're going to be signing it. Wait a minute. I know where that shop is. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Comics.
It's in Harrison.
That sounds familiar, yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Cool. So what are you going to be signing there? What do you have out? What's going on there?
I got some variant covers floating around. I got the Venom War variant covers and some X-Men variant covers, which I hope you have in the store. And,
I hope so too, or we should maybe at some point.
And the Mini Marvels was this year reprinted in 2 volumes, one called Spidey Sense and one called Hulk Smash. So those should also be available.
Nice. I'm going to try and make it to that signing. See if I can be there.
I hope to see you there.
See if. True story. And then there's Nicholas. Nicholas
Hello.
is here. What's been going on with you, my boy? What's happening?
Just
What are you doing?
Hey everybody. Just writing, drawing, and stuff. Just realized that hey, I have social medias. I should post those. So I dropped a whole bunch of stuff on there. So
Nice.
my handle is in. I'm pointing at the wrong thing in the tag there. So yeah.
Nice. We got a couple of projects that we're working on. Some we can tell, some we can't. We're working on issue 2 of Zombie Cat. Is that correct?
Yes, indeed.
That's working.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And then we
Some
have
cool stuff going there.
we have Mr. Eric Wolfgang working on another project of ours that we're going to be announcing soon. Or didn't we talk about it last time? We talked about it last time, right? Or no?
Only briefly, I believe. I don't think we revealed what it was.
Yeah, let's keep it secret for just a little bit longer. It'll be fun that way. It'll be more fun. So thanks for Nick and thanks for Chris and Wayne, sir. You're here. How's things with you?
Yes, sir. Pretty good. It seems to be all the snow is melting now for some strange reason.
You guys got
here.
snow?
Yeah, we do.
We got some snow. Not a lot of snow.
Oh, I had a lot of snow.
Some snow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So last night the winds here were just horrendical. Just they were everywhere, whipping here and there about, and then it was not very conducive to being outside last night. So my wife and I, we were up late from the midnight before the Happy New Year, everybody. By the way, Happy New Year.
Yes, indeed. Happy New Year.
So we were up late for the Happy New Year's, and then we decided last night, oh, let's go to bed kind of early because we were tired from being up late because we're old people now. So it was about 10 o'clock or so, and we hear this tremendous thud crash. And there was a tree in our backyard that just decided, it's time to die. And it just crashed and like thudded behind the house. Luckily far enough away where it didn't touch the house or anything. So I go outside this morning to go inspect because you never know how close those things actually come. So I go out there and I see this tree and it's all broken up. And my wife is like, which tree? I don't see it. And I'm like, well, it's the broken one right here, like about 20 feet from our house that's sprawled into the backyard there. And she goes, oh, well, at least it didn't do any damage. I'm like, yeah, we got lucky. And I turn and I look, and this about 10-foot piece of siding on the back of my house is just like hanging off, like whipping in the wind, And I'm like, well, I guess it didn't get hit by a tree, but we got hit by wind and it ripped off part of the siding. So now I got to have a guy come out and look at that, which is always fun. Having a house is always fun. There's always these extra things involved in houses. So that was our eventful New Year's to start the new year. So it's been fun. Yes. Anything eventful happened for you guys yet or not yet?
Just hanging around with family. And D. Brad wishes everyone a happy new year.
Oh yeah, happy New Year, man.
And he's on Facebook, so he's able to see Facebook.
Nice, because I edited the privacy notice there, so that was good. Yeah. So I'm drawing. See if you can guess. Can you see? Let's see if I go larger. Can you see what I'm drawing here? Can you see it a little bit? It's on blue paper. I've been into this dark paper stuff lately.
I see that.
So this is. Do you remember this miniseries at all? It's my own version of these guys, but you remember Beauty and the Beast, that miniseries with Dazzler and the Beast? I'm drawing them put together. It should be a fun piece because I've been into drawing on dark paper. Ooh! Before I get any further, I should also plug. Always try and plug, right? Oh, there it is. Flash Gordon. Yay, Flash Gordon Adventures. Out now in bookstores now. You should get it. So you should always get that. Yeah. Good fun for the whole family.
Did that come out in single issues? Or is it just, here's a whole book?
No, here's a whole book. The whole thing.
All right.
Right here. The whole thing. 120 pages.
With 3 stories.
Whole bunch of stuff.
That's a very tall book.
There. So you should get that. So I've been into drawing on colored paper. So this is what I did last night. I didn't televise this at all, but I did this one last night. The Wolverines. He's got little pools of blood down there. So he's mad, angry. He's angry, mad. And then I also drew this one, But this was just fooling around with paint. So I decided that I just started. I had some old sketches, and I just started futzing around with the paint markers because I got paint markers for Christmas. So this is what my fiddling has been about. So I drew this thing. I didn't like the sketch, but then I started fiddling around with the colors, and I kind of like them now. So I did that one.
Cool, yeah.
Then I did this one. This Vampirello one. But this one kind of got a little bit streaky because I put the paint right over it. So I went right over it. You see it kind of streaks some, but it also, I don't know, came out kind of cool.
It works.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I like
Yes.
that.
It's a nice effect.
Thanks. And then I did this one as well. Just fooling around with the colors of the paints and stuff like that.
Emo Ren.
Ben Swallow.
Yes. So these are all on older sketches that I kind of abandoned and resurfaced. But then I did these were my first test ones with these new color markers. So this was my very first one. I did this one. So that was all just kind of paint markers, throwing them down, seeing what happens with them, And then this was the other one.
Ooh, nice.
So it just kind
I
of
always like that version of Magic.
sloppy paints and stuff like that, So it was good times. And I'm in my experimental stages with the colors, but I like since Christmas I've been doing the dark color stuff. So I figured I'd do this Beauty and the Beast one. Yeah, Beauty and the Beast.
Gabriel Delato uses dark paper for some of his sketches. And
I know that name. Why do I know that name? What does he do?
He's a variant cover artist. He also did Secret Wars, the miniseries. It was all painted, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. Okay.
Way back. But he likes using like black paper and then colored markers, and it really pops the image. It's just like with the Batman Adventures, that with Bruce Timm, that you were using black paper for the backgrounds and then colored over it to give it a different type of look.
Yeah, it's going to be a phase for a while because I have these things and I like the way it looks, and then I'll probably revert to my boring regular stuff. So yeah, we'll see. How about you, Nick? What are you working on over there? Your camera went out, so show us.
Yeah, it kind of did. So I am working on a I'm only in like the early sketch stuff, but like a Fantastic Four piece because I'm not really into those big hero shooter games, but Marvel Rivals, they announced Fantastic Four's coming to their game, so I'm like, hey, let's draw those guys. So.
Oh, I'm glad we have a young person's perspective because I have no idea about half the stuff he said there. The Marvel Rivals.
They pretty much made their own Overwatch, so.
Oh.
They made their own Overwatch, Franco.
Oh, like you know what that means, Chris.
Yep.
Explain it to me then, if you know.
So, there's Overwatches.
There's
all over the place.
There's over.
They watch over a thing, yeah.
You go down
Those
the
are
street,
the guys
there's an
that
Overwatch
watch
there.
over the Watchmen. They're the Overwatches.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of them was a gorilla and British and deaf, so But then they did that with Marvel, so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you satisfied with my explanation?
I was going to say I still haven't heard an explanation, really. Well, we can move on to what you're drawing if you feel more comfortable talking about what you're drawing, or can you not reveal?
Who, me?
Yeah.
All right, now I'm just this is all I have to show you right now.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh wow.
I'm struggling over here. I could show you some finished stuff.
Yeah.
I'm doing some sketch cards. There's a Gambit.
Now, do you pronounce him Gambit or Gambit?
People call him the Gambit.
Yeah.
The Gambit.
That's Doc Ock.
Now, do you call him Doc Ock or Duck Ock?
People call him the Doc Ock. People call him the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
People, they call him the Ghost Rider. I think I drew this when I was last time I was at your house.
Oh, the Ghost Rider or these guys?
The Ghost Rider. I think these black and white ones I drew the last time I was with you. So
They look good. You have them available on your website, or these are ones that you're going to be selling?
people
somewhere?
call him the Carnage.
The
Yeah.
Carnage,
People they call him the Spider-Man.
the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another one. People they call him the John
Constantine.
Constantine. These are some of them were supposed to be for somebody, and now they're not. So at some point, I'm gonna put them on my website.
There's a story there. I don't know.
Not really.
No.
Did they go up to your drawings and like, you made that? It's pretty good.
Yep.
Oh no. Slow and methodical I am on these things.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
So I saw The Wicked yesterday. Have you guys seen that
Ooh.
yet?
Not yet. I've seen the musical.
Me too. But then I saw the movie The Wicked. And
Was it-
because it was available to purchase, and instead of spending $60 in the movie theater, it's available online. I might as well just get it for like $20-$30, whatever it was, online. And the whole family watched it, and then other family members going to watch it eventually. So it was okay. I gotta admit though, in that every time I hear "Defying Gravity" and it's sung really well, it makes me very emotional. I'm like a soppy mess when I watch things now, and I never used to be that way. I don't know what happened, but
I think it reminds you of that time when you met that girl in high school who was defying gravity.
What?
no,
She was an astronaut?
yeah.
Yeah.
Is she with the Overwatch? Because I'm confused now.
I don't know. I don't know if she was.
So he's not going to explain it. He's just going to let the comment hang there.
Yeah, I thought Wicked was pretty good too, actually.
Yeah, but did you get whippy during Defying Gravity while the singing?
I can't cry during media anymore. I can't do it.
Yeah, see, I used to be that way too, and now I'm all an emotional, weepy mess during things.
Oh,
I
that
wonder
makes
what
sense.
Yoko would be like watching it.
Say it again.
I wonder what Yoko would be like watching it.
Oh,
If
I
he
don't
would
wanna
get all
ask him.
emotional.
I don't want to. He'd probably yell at the broomstick and the witch.
He'd probably go see a 4D screening and being thrown out of the chair.
He'd be flying through the air. That's awful.
He would be
He'll
defying
be
gravity
defying
there.
gravity.
Yeah.
No, gravity would definitely define him because his wallet winds up somewhere on the floor and his keys wind up somewhere else, and then
It's a
he
glove.
winds up. Yeah, he winds up in a glove.
Were you upset that it ended at part 1?
I was upset when the credits came on and it said Wicked Part 1, and I was like, oh, come on now. So it was right at the very beginning I learned that it was a part 1 of something. But yeah, kind of upsetting, kind of, sort of. How about you? What were some of your favorite things, medias of 2024? Anyone?
Deadpool Wolverine was awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
It just
And that was. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just how it paid homage to the Fox universe. And we actually finally got to see Gambit. After all these years.
People that call him the Gambit.
After we
They call him
seen
the Gambit.
the Gambit, after all these years of production hell that movie's been in.
Was his accent a little off-putting, or were you guys okay with it?
I was okay with it.
Yeah, I was okay.
How about from the Marvel expert, Chris Girusso, who works for Marvel Comics? And
I thought it was
drawn,
perfect. I thought it was perfect, mon ami.
You know, thought you would.
The perfect amount that you just didn't understand what he was saying, and it sounded French.
Do you think you have to take vocal lessons for that?
Yep.
Well, that answers that question.
I did see an interview somewhere where he might have grown up around the New Orleans area, maybe, but I don't know.
Is that why you wanted to be Gambit so much?
It could be.
Oh.
Speaking of the Gambit, that X-Men 97 was fantastic, by the way. That one, too. That was also really good in this year.
I did enjoy that, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were moving a little too fast with things, storylines, because they sure did pack a lot in there, but it seemed to work out. You know, sometimes like when they try and pack too little and stretch it out, it doesn't work because then you get bored. But this I thought was going to have the opposite problem because it looked like they were packing in a lot, but it didn't bother me. It worked out, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was paced really well. And there's like a certain pitfall that a lot of shows fall into, and that's they're only at 8 episodes and they have to be 8 episodes type of thing. But I felt like it worked with, I don't even know if it was exactly 8 for 97. I'm blanking, but I felt like it worked with what it had, you know? And I thought that was really cool.
It didn't feel padded like some series.
Exactly, yeah.
So TV shows growing up, I'm used to them being like 22 or 24 episodes. And now they're like 8 or 10. Are you guys upset when you see something and it has 9 episodes? Because wasn't like Secret Wars, What If? Wasn't it like 9 episodes this season? Wasn't that a little off-putting when you see 9 happening? Or not?
Yes and no.
Was it really 9 or was it 8 that was extended and cut in 2?
Oh, I don't know. I just remember seeing one show that was 9, and I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you make it 9? My ADHD OCD is kind of annoyed with you. Look, there's Beast. He's there.
There he is.
Look, he's in action right now, too, because the paper's moving.
It's beasting time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the whole entire 8 to 9 episode thing, like, it's fine, but some of them are just like, you just wanted to make an 8-hour movie, didn't you? Type of thing. Because when I was a kid, they had like a whole entire 52 episode rule with a lot of like the animated shows I grew up with. It's like, if you can do something in 52 episodes, that's what they get, and that's how long they're tied into. And some of them really ran with that. I want to say like the original Teen Titans show was one that was like that.
Isn't that why? But that's not a thing, because isn't like One Piece like 1,000 shows or something like that?
Well, that's Japan. Japan has different rules, and they're up to episode 1,100 something at this point. I'm scared to watch the One Piece anime. The live action show, which came out the year before, but I watched in 2024, was fantastic. Really enjoyed the One Piece live action.
How many episodes was that?
8, but it worked with them really well. So.
We have some comments. Adam Illa Walenta goes you.
Oh yeah, man.
Just goes you. That's it. Deal.
Adam,
show you.
Adam is the editor on the Flash Gordon series.
Cool.
And actually, you know what? Right now he's running something. If you search him out on social media, and if you direct message him, he's looking for fan artwork of Flash Gordon to put in the next book. So if you have a kid that would like to draw some Flash Gordon stuff and maybe see it published, you should reach out to him.
How old of a kid do you have to be?
I don't know what the age range is, but I'm sure if you draw something, Wayne, you can send it into him.
Well, I'm not saying for myself.
Oh,
I have great nephews.
I thought that's what you're. I thought that's what you were hinting at.
Well, I might have been hitting that. Before wow, they're starting to come in fast and furious. Dio Man says, "How's it going, guys?"
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Chris
Oh,
Childress
oh.
was being the silent guy over there, but he's
Pretty good.
Oh,
There
we
you
do
go.
have an
Pretty
age limit.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Younger than 17.
Oh, okay.
Kindergarten through grade 12, according
Oh,
to
there you
Adam.
go.
Now, what if you feel young at heart?
What if you're going to night school?
What if you're retired and you thought, you know what, it'd be cool to start this whole education thing all over again at kindergarten.
What if you were held back?
All those things I think are
Yeah.
Acceptable.
make you eligible, I believe.
Cool.
But probably not though.
Hans Paschal says, nice piece, sir.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna draw the Dazzler. Do you guys remember this miniseries at all? Because I mentioned it before, and there was crickets again.
Well, no, I was trying to remember if it was Don Perlin that drew it.
I can't remember.
I'm gonna actually look it up, but I thought Bill did covers. I think.
I remember the covers like making me
Want to buy it.
want to buy it. Correct.
But
So
the covers didn't match the interiors.
Yes. So it's very possible.
And I'm positive Bill drew the covers.
I had real high expectations for what it would look like and what the story would be about. And I kind of enjoyed the story if I remember it correctly, but I don't know, the interiors didn't hold up to what my mind was thinking about.
Well, what do you know? I did get it right. At least I got the penciler, Don Perlin.
There you go.
Inks was Kim DeMulder, and was written by Nascenti.
Oh, and Nascenti?
Yeah. And Bill did all the covers.
There you go. See, you have that comic book mind.
See, that's the only stuff I know. Johnny knows everything else. I just know some of the comic stuff. Oh, they're going away fast and furious. Where did I go left off? So we did D.O. Man saying, how's it going, guys? Nice beast. Andrew Clark is asked, did anyone see Skeleton Crew yet?
Yeah, I think I'm behind an episode, or there was a new one posted, right, that I didn't get to see yet.
Yes, I'm behind to an episode.
So I haven't seen the last episode, but I'm liking it so far. I like the mysteriousness behind Jude Law's character. I like that he has so many names already.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it intriguing, interesting to me. How about you guys?
I haven't as of yet.
Chris G, have you watched it at all?
I've watched, I've watched it all, but I think I'm behind an episode. So I've watched almost all.
Yeah, that whole Christmas thing threw me, or New Year's thing threw me off. True that.
Yeah, no, I think it's interesting. And again, he's force sensitive. I don't think he's Jedi trained, but he's force sensitive. And I love the last scene that I remember watching was, I guess it was last week. Spoilers, is when he reaches out and the lightsaber and he's able to capture the lightsaber.
Yes.
That
I agree with you in that.
And then it just ends. And then that's a way to end it that you want to see the next episode.
And then with the festivities on the Tuesday, I forgot all about it. So
that's true.
Because we had some company over and we barely made it to midnight. So,
And it was interesting how the little kid, I think his name is Wim, where he tries to ignite the lightsaber. And it reminds me of that episode from Rick and Morty where Morty drops it perfectly,
straight down,
going screwed down. And it's the same thing. He tries to ignite the lightsaber and it hits the floor and bounces off. So we now know in Rick and Morty, that's not true, that the lightsaber would have gone through the floor.
I think they did that to dispel that Rick and Morty thing. But it's true. You have to hold it on a very specific perpendicular, which is hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you're like a Darth Maul and you're just holding it sideways and stuff.
I don't know. I'm
Well,
intrigued by where it goes.
Mhm.
Like I said, I'm interested. I like when they do things like, he's got like a whole bunch of different names, so you have no idea who he is or who he's gonna be, even if you do find out the truth. You know what I mean? Like he could say, "Oh yeah, I'm really this" or whatever, and then
Mhm.
they could turn around and in the next season or something like that and just be totally, totally, totally on a different plane, so to speak.
Hmm.
Oh, Troy Dongara says, "Hello, gentlemen.
Oh,
Happy
yeah,
New
man.
Year."
Oh yeah,
Hey.
Troy.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
Troy.
Troy.
And Adam is clarifying even further.
Oh,
We are looking for fan art for Flash Gordon Adventures and Hero Bear and the Kid.
Oh,
oh,
yeah, Adam.
I like that Hero Bear and the Kid. That's that Mike Kunkel guy. I like that guy.
Also, joining the conversation, world famous cartoonist and free 2025 free comic book day illustrator, Art Baltasar goes, "Oh, yeah, man." And
Oh, yeah, man.
Mr. G.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I like that guy.
Oh, yeah.
He might have a a career in this profession.
It's
Yeah, I think
true.
so.
And
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
if you haven't,
Pictures.
order from your comic book shop because I think they're available to order right now. Art Baltazar, famous cartoonist, is doing the free comic book day T-shirt this year. And it's got a whole bunch of original characters, including a couple that we co-created, like Action Cat and Patrick the Wolf Boy, I believe, are both on that shirt. So yes, you should pick it up.
Oh, let's see if
Oh,
this will work.
let's see. Let's
Oh,
switch
yeah.
I
you over.
tilt it just right.
There it is.
Here we go.
They're on the website. You can get them right now. There it is. Action Cat and Patrick the Wolf Boy are on there. I was not lying to you. They're both there. Look at that. See that? See it? See it? There. It's there. Yeah, man.
And as always, the 2XL and 3XL shirts are $6 more.
$6 more. Oh
$6
man.
more.
How much more material is there for a 2XL and a 3XL than there is for an XL?
Well, it's not just the
So-
material, it's the labor.
What
So
more labor? You're cutting one more strip of cloth. I don't get that.
Just
So
switch it out.
the youth shirt is from small to large is $15.99. The adult from small to XL is $15.99. But when you get a little higher in size, it's $21.99. No
my
longer
gosh.
is it $2 more.
Wow.
Oh my goodness gracious. I'm gonna go on to the rest of my days saying that's not fair. It's not fair. I can't help the size that I am. I can't help it. I mean, I can, but not to a certain degree. So, hmm What about you, Chris Russo? Do you remember this Beauty and the Beast miniseries?
I remember it. I've never read it, though.
I remember it wasn't standard superhero fare. It was a little bit different, but
It really seemed like one of those comics aren't just for kids anymore type of offerings.
Let's see if I can bring it up through Marvel Unlimited.
yeah. I remember it was back in the day. It was miniseries. I think they included it in the Dazzler stuff, like the compendium. I have the Dazzler one around here somewhere. The big thick book that they put out in black and white. I think it was included in there.
Oh, the Essentials.
The Essentials. That's right. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So yeah,
So,
so they would sneak you in by, and again, they used Bill a lot to get you to buy a book.
Well, duh. Because artwork looked Incredibles. Right.
Because I remember him on ROM, Transformers, the Dazzler series. There was a whole bunch of covers Bill did.
Right.
That makes sense.
Uh-oh, we lost somebody.
Uh-oh. Who'd we lose?
Chris.
I heard a pop in my ears, and then Chris was gone.
Oh, no.
He just didn't like the Dazzler Beast miniseries, and he just didn't want to talk about it anymore, so he just left. He just took off.
You think that Taylor Swift is gonna play Dazzler? Because that's a rumor I've heard for like a while at this point.
There was a rumor that she was supposed to be in the Deadpool Wolverine movie.
Yes, there was. And then she was not.
For the longest time, and then people thought that the blonde Deadpool one was supposed to be her, but it turned out to be Blake Lively, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least the voice actor, the voice was. I think they'd got a different actress in the suit.
It was Ryan Reynolds' wife, Blake Lively, because then one of the baby Deadpool was his daughter or something like that. And she didn't have guns. She had like water pistols that she was shooting.
Yeah. Because they put different actors in the different suits at times. Like the original dancing sequence, that was another guy entirely in there. So.
Well, yeah, because Ryan Reynolds doesn't know how to dance.
I would imagine he would not. He doesn't seem like somebody who would know how to do that, unless he does. But he had to get a different actor to dance for him. So that's a bit suspect. I don't know.
So Chris, why
But
did you
Hugh
get so upset
Jackman
that
could.
you...
Oh,
yeah, that's
I know
true.
he can. Yeah.
I have a story about that in a second, but I want to find out why Chris hated us so much that he left.
I was like, I just kind of overwhelmed with anger and hatred.
It's because I did this. I showed the image from Beauty and the Beast.
Right. Yeah, you got upset.
And he got upset. And then there's page one.
Mm-hmm.
So you start off with Dr. Doom. And then that was it. It was just the end.
And look, you did it again, and he left again. He left again. He absolutely just like took off. He's like, nope, I'm not doing it again. So he's upset.
Adam wants me to remind everybody to tell your local comic book stores to order lots of free Comic Book Day Flash Gordon adventures with stories by Art, Franco, and Mike Cavallaro, and Hero Bear.
Yeah, there you go. We don't have to tell them because Adam just did, basically. Look at that. Look at those colors pop on that blue paper right there. Bam.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah, that checks out.
Like I said, Gabriel Delato, if you've seen his work with colored pencils and paper, like black paper, it's just amazing.
I don't know the guy, and I can't imagine his artwork right now, but I'm going to go on a line and say that I don't like it because I'm jealous. That's what Chris, Wayne promises not to show the cover again.
He better not.
Every time he does, you disappear.
Yeah.
So it's upsetting. I'm sorry. I'm sorry he upset you so much.
Well, don't be sorry. Be better.
Wow.
I will, sir. I will be better.
Wayne has been scolded. Look at that. So I'm not going to ask about the Beauty and the Beast again. But what did you think about the Deadpool? Would you say that was the best thing out of last year?
I'd have to see it.
Culture-wise?
I'd have to see what the other things there were. Like, you have to give me a comprehensive list because I forget all the other things.
Well, there was James Cameron's Titanic. There was
that came out last year.
What?
It came out in the past. I'm not sure about last year.
That masterpiece, Madam Web.
Ooh, Madam Web.
Yeah, Madam Web. It's webbing time.
I don't know about that.
If that actually was said in the movie, I like it more than I was led to believe.
They should have done the Morbius thing where, Morbius goes on screen and says, it's Morbin time.
You didn't say that. Come on now.
You misunderstand. If he did that, Morbius was one of the movies of all time. It just was.
It was one of the movies of all time. Yeah.
Yeah, it made more $1 billion. Just like how
Like
Madam Web was.
Craven, yeah, Craven didn't, because I saw all those movies, and Craven did not come out and say it's Cravening time. He didn't do that in his movie.
Missed opportunity.
It is. It is a missed opportunity.
You hear they probably killed off that universe apart from like Spider-Man Noir and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. There's still the Spider-Man Noir coming out, right? With the Nicolas Cage.
Apparently so, but I think they killed off the rest of the Spider-Man spin-off stuff because Craven and Madam Web just did not do numbers. So
if the Nicolas Cage movie is actually going to be made, who should his bad guy be? Should it be John Travolta? And should his face come off?
Imagine John Travolta's like the Green Goblin, and he pulls his face off to reveal that it's John Travolta.
Man,
that would be cinema. I would pay money to see that.
I don't like that I'm throwing these things out there and nobody's responding to them, or just responding in such a delayed fashion that it's like these questions are ridiculous.
No. We're thinking about What you're doing is you're tossing it out there. We're thinking, and then you're picturing it in your mind. And as you're picturing it, you're going, I think that could work.
Wayne, you're so kind to me. You're so nice to me. But like
we forgot as I'm going through the list of 2024 movies, Dune 2 came out. More sand.
I love that movie. Yeah.
Okay, so we had a discussion about this in the household the other day with the boy, and the boy loves those movies.
They're so good, dude. Yeah.
And I disagree.
That's fine.
I think they're okay. But what do you get? Have you seen them, Chris? Have you seen the Dune movies?
I've actually seen them both.
And you're
they made me feel like I'm too dumb to understand them. Why? And like it feels like, I know that this is good, but I'm not smart enough to be among the people who can appreciate it.
So basically, what I'm hearing from you is that you're calling me stupid because I didn't like them. And maybe it's because I didn't understand them. Is that what's happening here?
I'm only throwing myself under the bus. I'm telling you how I felt. I
can't help but feel attacked, Chris.
I felt intellectually inadequate watching those movies. Each
one of the words that comes out of your mouth is like a little sting on my psyche. Because
was it just like too much sand?
It is.
It was. I hated
irritating. Yeah. I mean, that's understandable. It's very coarse, rough, irritating. I mean, it doesn't get everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Do you think they should have cast Christian
Hayden Christensen?
No. Yeah, Hayden Christensen in the Dune.
If it came out in like 2003, that would have been great, actually.
No, like now, because he hates sand so much that it would have been good to cast him now.
I feel like that could work because, Dune came before Star Wars and all these, the other similar character arcs that Anakin had. And everyone's been saying that, oh, hey, Paul Atreides is very Anakin coded. I'm just like, no, well, technically, Anakin's very Paul Atreides coded. Like that's what it was kind of based on. You could make an argument for that, and probably was. So,
make an argument for anything.
That makes me feel dumb already. Just hearing that sentence, those sentences back to back to back, just make me feel dumb.
Yeah, like what exactly is a Paul Atreides?
He's the main character in Dune. He's Timothy the Chalamet.
How is he coded? Like, what is coded? What is that? I just think of like that coding is for like last time I checked, coding was a secret way to transmit messages. make a computer program.
I mean, it's like if a character reminds you of another character type of thing, essentially, is like what that means. Because like, the main character of Dune, everyone like reminded people of Anakin because I would imagine there's a lot of overlap of people that like Star Wars, watch Star Wars, and also gave Dune a shot, or even read the books, or watched the 1984 version too. So.
Well, isn't that because it was kind of sort of based on Star Wars was kind of sort of based on Dune?
Yes. 100% actually.
I agree to disagree. Star Wars was more or less based on the Dam Busters and the Hidden Fortress.
It could be two things.
Could be. But if you've watched The Hidden Fortress by Akira, can't pronounce his last name, but basically you'll see R2-D2 and C-3PO, you'll see Han Solo, you'll see Princess Leia, and it's basically the story set in feudal Japan.
That makes sense. Lucas really liked to borrow from a lot of the cinema he was influenced by. And I think that's what Star Wars is. It's just an amalgamation of, and it's a celebration of all the cinema that came before it. And something interesting that I heard that changes the way I look at a character, but I'm just like, that totally makes sense if people still don't like it.
I just want, if I may interject, he just said the word amalgamation. No. And I just want to say, I do know that word.
I was going to say, I didn't want to interrupt his explanation, but I was going to say, I feel even dumber than Chris did at the beginning of the conversation now. Because
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. I know about amalgams.
I know. So I'm like way behind now. I'm like, all right, continue, I guess.
But aren't people just projecting their ideas of what Paul Atreides and Luke Skywalker, just projecting it and hoping that it fits?
That could be a possibility.
Hey, I got a question about Dune.
Yes.
The second movie, there was a whole section of that movie where Paul, is that his name?
Yeah.
They're like, Paul, you gotta ride that big worm.
Yeah.
You gotta lasso
ride the worm.
You gotta lasso it, you gotta get on it, and you gotta ride it around.
Yeah, that's not phallic at all, but go ahead.
Did this happen or not? Am I right? Am I on the right track?
No, it did. It did. That was a big part of
you're correct,
movie.
sir.
Okay. So then he so they're all like, yeah, this is the hardest thing to do, and this is like impossible. Like, if you can do this will be huge because it's so difficult of a thing. And the whole village is like,
right, but weren't there a whole bunch of characters that could actually already do it? Like, isn't that how they moved a whole bunch of people from one place to the other?
Well, that's my question. They make it seem like
their Uber.
Like this is, it's impossible odds, and nobody thinks he's gonna be able to do it, and then he does it, and they're like, wow, he's the look what he did. He must be the chosen one. And then like 2 scenes later, the whole village is on these things.
Right. Yeah.
It might as well be like a bunch of station wagons, and they're like barbecuing on them and stuff, like old people, young people. And they're going like 80 miles an hour across the desert.
They have little tents set up and barbecues on the back of the
Yeah, they're tailgating.
They're tailgating on these worms.
There's a deeper meaning to this.
Yeah.
I guess.
The Bene Jesuits set up this false prophecy in a lot of different planets of the coming of a savior. So part of the rite of passage when you're a freeman is to be able to ride the worm. Take that as you will, what ride the worm means. But that's part of the rite of passage. Now, for an outsider to ride the worm and marry that with the prophecy that an outsider will come to your world to free you from oppression, that's why they got all excited. This guy, and now they'll be free.
Well,
There's a deeper meaning to this. The Bene Jesuits set up this false prophecy in a lot of different planets of the coming of a savior. So part of the rite of passage when you're a freeman is to be able to ride the worm. And
So they're
But
all.
I've read the books, so I know.
Okay,
that's
so
the
they're
intent.
all basically like, look, of course we can do it because
Yeah.
we're special.
Mhm.
There's no way some other guy can come here and do the same thing that every single person that we know alive can do.
You are correct.
All right.
Yeah.
So from what I'm hearing, is I didn't need to watch either of those movies. I could have just had this 10-minute conversation with Wayne and Nick, and just got the whole thing.
Well, you did watch the movie with me, and I was not privy to that before I watched the movies. So,
And I've read the 6 books that Frank Herbert wrote, so I knew the backstory and who the characters were and how it was playing out, so I had a bit of an advantage.
they do seem like good books.
You know, that's not very nice, Wayne. Like throwing it in her face, like, look, ooh, I can read.
Well, no. I had long, I had long bus rides. I had an hour to get to work, so I went through a lot of books on the way there and the way home, and we lost Chris again.
Oh no!
Did you show him the beast cover again?
No, it's probably because I was reading.
Again, you're being okay, Chris. He promises
I won't
not
read
to,
anything anymore.
he promises not to, like, make you look so inferior with his reading knowledge and stuff.
Well, I was going to say this about reading.
Yeah.
Where I'm from,
where exactly is that?
where I'm from, we could all read.
But apparently not as well as others, because
I'm telling you, old people could read, young people could read, and ages in between those two extremes could read. But anytime somebody would come visit, we'd be like, "Get out of here! You can't read. You can't even read. You're not from here." And then this one guy we'd never seen before, he shows up, he starts reading, and then we were like, "Wow,
who is this guy?
This guy's gonna save us." I don't know what he's saving us from. We're all fine to begin with.
Now, did he climb aboard a big bookmobile shaped like a worm and ride it across the streets? Is that what you're saying?
Bookmobile.
I don't know. I was taking the reading metaphor to
the
Dune
look,
thing.
yes, of course we all had worms, but I don't know what a bookmobile is.
Well, that's how I learned how to read, was a bookmobile. Sometimes they call them libraries, but they don't move. Those are the stationary bookmobiles.
I think you guys are missing the part of the point was somebody planted through generations the prophecy of somebody. So in Chris's case, the generations in your area of the world, there has to have been some people saying at one point in time, a stranger will arrive in town and be able to read on top of a bookmobile. And that person will be your savior to bring you to the promised land.
Wow.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Can I just interject and say I'm amazed that Chris did not end his feed and drop out just then. That was a little insulting. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
No, I thought he was validating all of my experiences. Wait, were you making fun of me?
No, not at all.
There he goes. He's going to drop out again.
He left, man.
Oh, he did leave. Look at that. Damn. I didn't hear the boop. I didn't hear that.
You know, I have a feeling I'm replacing Johnny all of a sudden. Who knew 2025 would start off that way?
And this time, Chris isn't even coming back. He's not coming back this time. Man. Wow.
Ooh.
Oh, no, my pencil tip broke and made a line I didn't want. I hate when that happens.
Dear.
Look, there's progress. Look.
But yeah, those Dune movies are pretty good. I really enjoyed them.
All right, don't talk about reading or Dune anymore
Nothing.
because Chris came
I like
back.
how the yellow is really popping on Beast's belt.
That does look
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah.
That's why we call him Beast Belt.
So, Chris, what can I talk about that won't upset you, insult you, or make you fall off in any way?
You know, I'm just a wild card, so I don't know that I can really narrow it down for you. There's no telling what'll set me off.
Okay.
Wow. So much for that New Year's resolution of being more patient with people, Chris.
My New Year's resolution is to take timeouts anytime I can feel my temper flaring.
That's good. You should stick to that resolution.
Yeah.
Stick to that resolution at least until a week from tomorrow. Because a week from tomorrow is the second Friday in January, which is the day most people drop their resolutions and is colloquially known as Quitter's Day. So we'll see next Friday if you're still there or if you dropped your resolution.
I'm about to say something. Hopefully, Chris does not take offense to it.
Oh, man.
See, nothing gets me angrier than somebody just like already just assuming.
It's not coming from me. It's
just
coming
assuming ahead of the curve here. He's going to set him off. That's insulting.
No, this is from Troy Dongara. Now that he's gone, I can say it. I love that Giarusso guy.
Oh, man, but he came back.
I don't know how to process compliments.
See, that's it. I wasn't too sure. It was one of those. I was just going to take a chance.
Well, that's very sweet. I love Troy. He's great. His art is awesome too.
Mm-hmm.
So, if y'all don't know Troy's art, check it out.
Truth.
Yes.
Now, Adam agrees that Dune was a snooze.
See, thanks, Adam.
And he thought that both Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes and Wild Robot were awesome.
Oh, Wild Robot was. I did like Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and Wild Robot was awesome. I love Wild Robot. It was very good. I would say almost it was one of my favorite movies of the year. It was.
I don't watch both of those. Yeah.
Well, still in March, we had the buddy movie, Godzilla and Kong. Godzilla loves Kong, the new empire.
Awful. That was awful. No.
Yeah, it was silly. I enjoyed it. It was silly.
Gojira.
Gojira.
Jeez. That was.
No.
And again, it was in the trailer. It was the two of them running down the beach like it was a Baywatch scene.
You didn't like that? Come on now.
Oh.
Did they rescue someone from drowning?
Sure, the Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did, kind of.
Actually, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Godzilla doesn't move like that.
You don't know that. You think you know the mechanics of how Godzilla moves? Come on.
Sure.
He once flew around once. I mean, he could do anything.
He also did a baseball slide.
Yeah, twice. On his tail.
Yes.
Boy.
Did he do one of those? Did he do one of those slides where like a baseball player will slide into home plate and then pop right back up and do like a spin and calmly walk back to the dugout?
Yes, he was the first breakdancer.
Yeah.
Well, that's not really what I was asking, but okay.
Ow. Tough crowd.
Wow.
Jeez.
All right. Now there's a couple of different directions I can go here. I can use a pencil to kind of highlight some of the Beast's hair, make him look like he has hair, which I might do. And then the light effects on Dazzler. I'm not sure. No one knows for sure what's happening here. Sometimes I get myself into this mess and then I don't know how to get out. Yeah, but Godzilla King Kong was awful. It was the awful one of the movies. I did like the -1.
I saw
Minus
-1. That was awesome.
fantastic. Yeah.
What was awesome about it?
Even a dummy like me knows that was a good movie.
It just really worked with everything because it really took it back to its roots because the Western Godzilla is really like doing all this crazy stuff. Like he's running around with King Kong and stuff. You know, that's that version. But they brought it back to him being like, oh hey, Godzilla's a force in nature, and it really focused on the humans too because some of the older Godzilla movies did that, but it was sometimes secondary to the crazy monster stuff that's going on, or it's just as silly as like the crazy monster stuff. But everything matched and everything felt cohesive, kind of like that first movie. So
I don't know. I'm thinking of renaming my son either Siskel or Ebert. I don't know which one it should be. One of those two, I think.
Can you just do that? Can you just rename him at this point?
So.
I mean, sure, go for it. I mean,
I'm pretty sure that I have dominion over him for the entirety of his life, and I can do that. I think that's how the law works. I'm not sure.
All right. Well, then in that case, Ebert.
that sounds legit.
Troy said, I liked how Godzilla jiggled when he ran on the beach. Sase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that told me was that
that.
Godzilla needs to, firm up a little bit. Get some things tight in some places. That's all. That's all I'm going to say about that.
We don't body shame here.
Yeah.
No,
hey, we don't body shame here on your show.
No, especially on giant lizards that can crush me.
Yeah.
For the comic book shop, did you ever do when they had the variant covers where you can have your comic book shop destroyed by Godzilla?
I want to say I think we did. I think that would be a Mark question though, but I think we did. I want to say yes, possibly, but I'm not sure.
And B Things on YouTube also agrees that Godzilla -1 was something I went to see because he's a Godzilla fan. I came out of the theater feeling it was one of the best movies I've ever seen. I still feel that way a year later.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, man.
And D. Brad says King Kong is almost as hairy as Hasselhoff.
Oh, snap. It's like he's throwing down a gauntlet there, that D. Brad. He's going to have the Hasselhoff come after him.
Yeah. Or Hasselhoff as Nick Fury.
Oh, see, that was a stellar performance. I don't know why you're mocking that.
I'm not mocking. I was just going through a Hasselhoff reference that's not Baywatch or Knight Rider would be Nick Fury.
SpongeBob as himself.
No, he was hairy in that.
Well, yeah, but it was David Hasselhoff. He was in SpongeBob. Yes.
Sorry, sometimes I hold my breath when I'm doing the drawing.
I gotcha.
We also had Furiosa this year. The Mad Max sequel.
I didn't see that.
Okay.
I heard good things. Yeah. I love Fury Road. So
where is that streaming right now?
Should be on all the platforms.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah, it seems to be streaming everywhere pretty much. So yeah.
Just flowing through. Inside Out 2.
I saw that while I was in the
things.
hospitals.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what'd you think? I haven't seen it yet.
It was was all right.
Mm.
I didn't think it was anything to be tremendously tremendous about.
I heard good things, so I'm curious to check it out. I mean, yeah. First, I wasn't into it because I'm like, oh, it's a Disney sequel, and those tend to not be great most of the
What are
time.
you
So,
talking about? Well,
Well,
it's a Pixar sequel, not a Disney. Well, Disney, yes, but
well, Disney Pixar sequel. I mean, Toy Story 2, yeah, but you know,
and Toy Story 3
Toy Story 3, yeah. I mean, that was a perfect trilogy. 4
and
was,
Cars 2.
I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of Cars 2.
Yeah, no, me neither, because it was awful.
Cars 2 was so weird. Like, I even when I was like a kid watching that in theaters, I was like, what are they doing? Like, I was because what is Cars about? It's about a bunch of like race cars that are sentient and they live in the car world, which
Transformers.
I mean, yeah, they're Transformers, but they can't transform pretty much, right? Uh, and it was essentially a sports movie.
Shade.
Yeah.
Oh.
They are pretty much. And it was essentially a sports movie about a guy that's like, I don't know if I could do the thing, and then that had a full arc. And then they went spy thriller with the side character. What?
Mater? Come on.
Yeah, like that's what they did. And then there was so many characters that just died in a G-rated movie. Nobody talks about that.
Maybe I blocked this out, but what are you talking about? How many characters died? What are we talking about?
Several. Oh my God, several car characters died in Cars 2. It was surprisingly brutal.
Did they really?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
How am I not remembering this? Was I so traumatized that I blocked it all out?
Maybe I don't know, but that was a real thing that happened.
Huh.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm
Chris,
very.
do you remember this?
Cars?
Cars 2 and so many characters dying in Cars 2?
I don't remember it, but there's a really good explanation for that.
That you not remembering, or that they all died?
I never saw it.
Oh.
Oh, that makes sense.
I thought you said that this other car came into this village of other cars and was able to do something that the other cars couldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently kill other cars.
Yeah.
They went around the world and did it too. Yeah.
How do I
Cars
not
2,
remember this?
Cars 2 was a very silly movie. Yeah,
I don't even remember that. This sounds like a Karate Kid issue.
Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai was back this year.
Yeah.
Two-thirds. Right? Wasn't there two?
Yeah, I think there's another part left.
2 parts were dropped this year.
Oh, I don't know.
I enjoy Cobra Kai. Have you fallen off of Cobra Kai?
I have fallen off of Cobra Kai.
Oh, that's your your mistake, buddy.
There's going to be a Karate Kid movie with Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan.
Yep.
Apparently, Jackie Chan is going to be the new Karate Kid.
Yep.
So it'll be a good time.
Is it a crossover from that weird Jaden Smith reboot that they did?
Yep.
Because he was also in that one.
Do you
He's
think
like, I know
I
kung fu, but I need to learn karate because I just can't defend myself.
Do you think Will Smith's kid Jaden Smith was in that movie and he taught his dad how to slap somebody, and that's why he slapped Chris Rock?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
I mean, probably they Will Smith and Jane Smith were in a god awful movie, starring with each other. Father and son, they had no chemistry. That is crazy town.
Oh, I saw that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, After Earth or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, now opinion time. See this blue light thing? Should I go all the way around Dazzler with blue? I'm thinking yes.
Let me see.
Thinking I need to.
Yeah, that would make it pop a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm going for it. Can't stop me. I already started.
Heck yeah, man.
So now that we've alienated half of our audience with our hot takes on movies, and
Oh, here's a movie that I don't think hit the theaters, but is comic related. Did anyone see Hellboy: The Crooked Man?
oh, I did not. I want to. I heard it was the best
there's another Hellboy movie.
version.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Have you seen it, Wayne?
Yes, I have. It's not a bad adaptation of Mignola's story.
So you gave it the thumbs up, better than the other movies, you think?
No, I still prefer the first Hellboy movie. I don't know. It's just there's just something special about that one.
It hit right?
Yeah. It just felt like Ron Perlman as Hellboy just worked.
Del Toro's direction was also excellent too.
Mm-hmm.
It was a cool film to look at too. I remember those being really cool.
I like the Hellboy movie that Hellboy wasn't in either, that he did.
What?
The Shape of Water?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was a great movie.
Yeah, the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, well, Ape Sapien, but without
Yeah.
Hellboy.
Mm-hmm.
More like Shape Sapien.
Yeah.
Wow.
They had a labyrinth of pans at some point. Crazy stuff.
That was before. That was the before times.
Well, that could have been a prequel, and we would never know.
Okay, now you are blowing my mind. Yeah, I think the outline's working here, guys. Took a chance. I did it, and I think it's working.
Oh yeah, that's really looking cool.
I have no idea what this means, but B Things says on YouTube, Zardu Hasselfrau, and that Ratatouille was an underrated Pixar movie.
Ratatouille was fantastic.
Didn't everybody love that movie universally?
I loved Ratatouille.
How was that underrated?
You know, an underrated Pixar movie was Bug's Life, which I think the only person on this planet that has seen Bug's Life more than me would be my son, because when he was little, he would have to play it over and over and over again.
Bug's Life was peak for like. I mean, it's still a really good movie. I went back and watched it as an adult. It still holds up. So
it holds up very well. You know what movie really, really holds up that I think is great is Emperor's New Groove. It's an amazing film.
Loved Emperor's New Groove.
I can watch that infinitely.
Mm-hmm.
Was David Spade the llama?
Yep.
Yeah, he was Cusco. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Patrick Warburton was
the
big guy.
Croc, yeah. Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
And John Goodman was the other guy.
Pacha.
Yep.
Such a good movie. It was like so weird for a Disney movie because everyone's like, hey, Disney movie. It follows that, and then they just turned it on its head, and it worked.
But you have to watch the behind-the-scenes story about Emperor's New Groove, because they did
start as something else.
Yeah, it started as something else, and then they were kind of just like swept under the rug. And the reason it came out as well as it did was basically because they were left alone with it. Disney wanted them to do certain things when it was the other movie, and then they had something else happen at the studio, and I forget what it was, where they kind of left Emperor's New Groove just to be its own, they forgot about it basically.
Was it when
forget about like that?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah, The Sopranos was the thing that they were working on, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, the famous Disney property. Was that when DreamWorks was a thing? Because I knew that was really messed up production when that happened.
No, I think it was another property at Disney that was came about. I think I could be mistaken, but I think it was the John Carter Warlord of Mars movie. Was at the same time, maybe, and that was the one that was taking up a lot of their attention, or something
Not
like
even
that.
close.
John Carter was like 2012, and New Groove was like 2001.
At the beginning of my sentence, I said, "If I'm not mistaken, I believe," and obviously I was mistaken. So there was a caveat there that everybody just seemed to gloss over when you decided to rebuke me.
I said nothing, sir. I know my place now.
You know, Wayne, if I wasn't running this show, I would have dropped out of this feed and then possibly maybe came back. So
That's showing them.
All right, let's do updates because I get lost in my own world of drawing. Look, see, it's popping now. Look at that pop. It's happening on there. So let's see what everybody else is drawing if they want to. Nick, what you got going on over there?
Oh yeah, so I finished inking the Thing in Human Torch piece. Is it coming through?
Oh wow, well, it's a thing.
Yeah.
What is that thing?
It's the Thing.
Oh.
Benjamin Grimathan. That's not his actual name. And Human Torch.
The Human Torch. Nice.
Yeah.
With CM Punk's tagline, it's clobbering time.
Mm-hmm. Christopher, do you want to show off some stuff or not really?
I would love to, except I haven't done anything worth showing off. This has been a nonstop struggle.
Why are you struggling? What's happening?
Some days it just doesn't come together, you know. And right now is one of those times.
Let's talk about that. What's the matter, Chris? What's happening?
Well, I'm trying to draw something, right?
Yeah.
And you know how sometimes you draw something and you like it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not happening right now.
I see. I can relate. You know what I do in those instances is I take those drawings and then I get some acrylic markers for Christmas and then I go over them because this was not a drawing I was at all pleased with. She was all misproportioned and everything, and I was not pleased with this drawing. And then I just markered all over it with the acrylic markers, and then and then this one. I didn't like this one for some reason, but then the colors kind of brought it together. So, and this one I definitely didn't like. This thing. I didn't like this thing. It still needs something at the top. Then it was fun to fool around with those acrylic colors on that stuff. You know what I mean? You know?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll try that.
I think you should.
Now, where are these markers? Where do you get these markers?
You can get them at the store.
Okay, I gotta go to the store then.
You can get them. The newest ones that I found that I'm really digging are these Sharpie. These are Sharpie creative markers. These ones right here, and they come in thicker or thinner. And I like the thinner ones because they have the brush thing. But they're Sharpie creative markers, and they don't bleed through the paper. Because if you know Sharpies bleed through the paper. You know, they're regular black Sharpies.
Every Sharpie I've ever met.
Right?
Yeah.
But these don't, because they're made for doing art stuff. But you could do art stuff on a bunch of different things. Like you could do them all on you could do it on rocks, on metal, on different stuff with this, apparently. And now I'm pulling them all out of my bin because I store them right side up like this, and I was reading Sharpie Creative Marker because I was trying to show that to you guys. And then right here on the bottom, it says store horizontally. So I've been storing them wrong for like about a week and a half now. So
have you been storing them vertically or diagonally?
They're supposed to be stored horizontally, and I was storing them vertically.
Oh, well, so do they work?
Yeah.
But the biggest question is, for the thicker one, do you still have to pay like $5 more?
Yes, because it takes more material to wear it.
Plus the labor.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
B Thing said A Bug's Life is his all-time favorite Pixar movie, and he was just saying that Ratatouille is underrated in the sense that nobody seems to talk about it anymore.
Mm.
In that sense,
I can
yes,
see
I'll
that.
agree with you. But
Yes.
I think everybody loved that movie. So
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
what-
really.
What's the
Okay.
Rotten Tomato of it?
I could probably find that out for you.
Well,
I
that's my
bet.
job, sir.
Oh yeah, go ahead, sir.
I have no other purpose in life. I feel like the butter robot in Robot Rick and
Rick
Morty.
and Morty.
Yeah. So, and the other thing, the reference to Zardu Hasselhoff was what Gamora. It was Gamora's mispronunciation of David Hasselhoff's name in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
wow,
Ah,
look at that. We're getting explanations for everything.
I see.
They just sit here for hours drawing sometimes. Isn't that weird? It's a weird thing that we do, isn't it?
Ooh.
If you really think about it, yeah, but
Rotten Tomatoes has a 96% favorable rating amongst reviewers and 87 amongst viewers. The
Of
general
Ratatouille?
population. Yeah,
Of the Ratatouille?
The Ratatouilles.
I should watch that. I haven't watched it.
you haven't
The
watched that.
Ratatouilles?
No, I haven't seen it. Maybe I got to do that.
I recommend it.
Like you haven't seen it in a while, or you've never seen it?
Never.
Oh wow.
Missed out completely. Nobody would see it with me.
So his assessment in that it's underrated is true because you've never seen it. What the heck, man?
I'm saying it's overwhelmingly loved.
But how do you know that if you haven't even seen it?
I know what other people say they love.
Yeah, but
That's
it doesn't matter.
That's
what
all I
other
do
people
every
think.
day is I look up what do people love today, and every day the same answer: Ratatouille.
You really don't get out much, do you?
I try to get out. No one wants to see Ratatouille with me. And guess what? It's not even in theaters anymore.
It's not unless they bring it back somewhere. I'm surprised you've never seen it.
So
You'll find I'm full of surprises.
So you forgot to mention the third Sony movie in the Spider-Verse that was released this year, Venom,
Venom. Yeah.
No, I didn't forget.
The Last Dance.
I didn't forget. I saw
Venom
that one
horse,
too.
dude.
Yeah, Venom Horse was cool. But yeah, I didn't forget to mention it. It was an awful movie.
Was
Spider-Man
it?
2.
Yes.
Haven't seen it.
You think everybody thinks they love it.
Oh, I thought I saw the first Venom, and then I did not see the second Venom. That had Carnage in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta see if I had friends to see movies with, and I'd go see all these movies.
So you don't have friends.
No,
Wow.
what am I supposed to do? Just sit around, watch things all by myself? That is what I do. But is that what I'm supposed to do?
I think so. That's what I wind up doing a lot.
Yeah, same.
I think this is popping. It pops. Now, my other question is, do I outline the beast as well? I don't know. That's a dilemma.
Would he have stink lines because of all that fur?
Ooh.
Wow.
And
What
he's
are you
got
implying
wet-
about his fur?
I don't
Isn't
know.
he-
Wet fur.
Isn't he a doctor? I would assume he would know how to wash fur
Sterilize?
at some point. Yeah.
Oh, but it could be Evil Beast.
I think what Wayne's saying is every time he takes a dump, he just leaves it. He doesn't wipe.
Great. Now I just screwed up that line. This is why I don't talk to people while I draw. just totally messed up that line. Thanks, man.
Uh,
Oh, these are the.
And there's no Control Z.
So you think he actually leaves it? He just walks away?
He's just like, yeah, I'll get it later.
He doesn't flush.
Or is he like, oh, who am I kidding? I need a full shower. There's no way. Toilet paper's not gonna work on fur.
I don't know. There's these commercials we have up here in Canada with Charmin, and they have bears.
Yeah, the bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it works for the bears.
Yeah, the
Did you
bears
hear
that
one
love to
about
do business.
Yeah, well, the
Did you hear
bear.
what about the bear and the rabbit taking a dump in the woods?
Oh dear.
And the bear, he turns to the rabbit. He goes, "You have problems with stuff sticking to your fur when you do your business?" And the rabbit says, "No." So the bear takes the rabbit and wipes his butt with him. And Chris is out.
Well, it wasn't me this time.
And Chris is out. Chris,
Wait.
you didn't
Am I not there?
like the joke? What the hell, man?
Am I...
I thought you rage quit for a minute, dude.
Well, B Thinks has a suggestion for the Beast's outline. You could do it in yellow.
Or green. Yeah.
It'll make him pop out too much, and then it would kind of like defeat her. I think he either has to have the same outline or none. I was gonna do beast fur. The one thing we do know is that my joke was not universally accepted. That's the one thing we do know. My my joke about the fur and stuff. Man, Wayne laughed and Chris dropped out of the feed. So that was.
Yeah, Things is also saying he's just sitting here listening to us as he draws, and he draws animation.
Oh yeah.
Man.
That's cool, man. Keep it up.
I want to see some of that. There we go. See, he's got little hairs now. He's got the hairs.
Whoa. They're
Uh-oh. Chris G-Force is calling me.
He's calling you.
Should I answer it? I'll answer it on the air.
Yeah, he's live.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm backstage. You got to let me back in.
I did let you in. You're in the feed right now.
I am?
Yeah.
Well, it says I'm backstage, and you guys are like, Chris is gone. Chris left. And I was like, I'm here, and you're not responding to me.
I like that you called me to find out if you were on the air.
Hello, caller.
Am I on the air?
Yes.
Okay.
You have been this whole time.
Oh.
You rage quit, and then I brought you back in.
I thought you were gaslighting me.
Troy also has a suggestion that you could put a moon behind the beast to make him pop without an outline.
Oh, look at him! Look at that artist guy coming up with suggestions. I may have to do that. That was quite humorous, Chris. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you felt neglected, but
well, I just that time was not a rage quit. That was a complete accident of technology.
Oh. I thought you had it in for us, and you're like, nope, I'm done.
That doesn't sound like me at all.
Oh, Troy's retracting his previous statement and says, "Scratch that. The hair highlights rock."
Okay. Now I'm confused. I don't know what to do now.
How about a half moon?
No, because then if I did a half moon, then I'd have to draw Moon Knight in here.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be...
Yeah, you'd have to.
I'd have to, right? Anytime you draw a moon in the Marvel Universe, you have to put in Moon Knight.
Yep.
Right? Isn't that a rule? You work for Marvel.
Every job I've ever done for Marvel, that's the first rule on the list that they give you.
It is, right?
Yeah.
I knew it. Because it's like with Batman, when you draw Batman, you have to draw bats. You have to.
Well, I'll take your word for it. You work for DC.
See? You have
Wait
to.
a second. Since you work for DC, and this is called Catching Up with Franco, by
Yeah.
that logic, you would have to draw Condiment King.
I don't have to draw him. Why would I have to
Well,
draw him?
you see, there's a ketchup bottle in the Stream's
Oh, that makes
logo.
sense now. I get it now.
Yeah.
I get it. Can we rage quit him for a while? Even though he's my son, that Condiment King crack.
That was terrible. I don't blame you for doing that. Yeah.
Keeping on the Condiment King path, with the DC app that I've recently subscribed to, I've been reading Absolute Power. And Hal Jordan, spoilers, uses the Condiment King's weapons to escape imprisonment.
How does
So
he do
you'll
that?
see he uses the ketchup and the mustard guns.
Oh, man,
Whoa.
how does he do that? Need to know how he
I
does
don't
that.
know.
I think the highlights are okay with this. I think they kind of make them pop a little bit. The popsies.
Yeah, that looks cool. I dig it.
There we go.
Yes, sir.
Oh, here's a good question. B Things asks,
Ooh,
is the Condiment King related to the Relish Regent?
I would assume.
I'm not answering that. I think now he's just poking fun at us now.
D. Brad wants to know, Franco, what type of paper are you using?
This is cardstock, just regular blue cardstock that I purchased at one of the stores. I can't remember if it was probably Michael's, because they have that stuff that you can do the what you call it? I can't think of the scrapbooking. You could do scrapbooking with, where you could cut things out like shapes and stuff like that, and they have this card usually with that stuff, with the scrapbook making stuff. So it's a little bit thicker than the normal paper.
So it's not like Canson.
No, I'm too cheap to buy.
No.
Canson
That's
stuff.
the only
Yeah.
art paper I know that was like colored. There's like the Canson paper.
Yeah, I have some of that for other things. Like I have this. I have like this like black drawing paper, because I just bought it because it comes in a book, but they don't usually have other colored paper, and this stuff was on sale, so I I bought a bunch of this stuff when it was on sale. Like you could buy like 3 for the price of 1 or something like that, when they had them on the sale. So I bought a bunch, and I'm like, ooh, because I have to finish it up. I started a couple of pieces because I get very distracted with things. But I have a large Spider-Man piece that I have of cut paper, and this is the paper that I use. And if you look on my feed, my art feed, you'd have to go back a ways. But I did a couple of different pieces. Like I did a Dazzler, a Green Lantern, I did a Batman, where I cut paper and collaged them. And this is the paper that I used. So then I'm like, ooh, it could be good for drawings too. And that's what I'm doing. And that was a very long-winded answer to what could have been a very simple answer of your question. How do you like them apples? True
Yeah.
story.
True story, sure.
Ooh, it's all happening. It's coming together now, man. There's drawings.
It's looking like it. Yes, sir.
So has your drawing progressed to the point where you have more of something than nothing, Chris?
Yeah, I got this.
Ooh, let's see. Let's do it. Oh, wait a minute. That
Green
looks like
Goblin.
Green Goblin in some action. It's got some action things happening. Is that a
Yeah,
card?
looking good so far.
It's a
Got, like,
sketch
little-
card.
Now, do you sell those on your website or just at personal appearances? Or
That one is a commission request.
what you got, Nick?
Oh, I did the rest of the Fantastic Four. I did oh god, can it show up on here? It's currently penciled. I don't know if it's going to show up that well.
Tilt it forward.
Oh
There.
yeah, there we go. I did an Invisible Woman, and I am in the middle of drawing Mr. Fantastic.
Invisibles. They're invisibles.
Invisibles. Yeah, invisible. I mean, well, she's there, but you know.
So, Chris, could people request stuff from your website or?
Yeah, you can email me. You can message me on the social medias, etc. And then we'll talk. And I'll probably say something like, "Yeah, I could do that, but I don't know when I'll get to it. I'll put you on the list.
That makes sense.
Put you on the list."
All right, now here's a question. The Beast's face, hair or no hairs? Highlights. I don't know.
No hair.
No hair, right? Make his face.
You
Face
want to
be
pop the face. If you're not going to do an outline, you'd want to pop the face.
See, this is why I do. But then his face is going to match his shorts right now.
Oh, that's okay.
So did everybody stay up till midnight the other night? Did we all make it to the midnights or not really? Oh,
I don't
sorry.
want to brag, but I
Oh,
stay
cool.
up till quarter after 12 every single night.
Whoa. But what about on the night that it counted where we have to acknowledge that we're hurtling through space for
Yeah.
another year?
I did it then too. I'm not saying that makes me better than everybody else, but some people think that does make me.
Okay, Paul Atreides. Sure.
In my town, where I'm from, everyone stays up past midnight every day.
You to tell me that an outsider's going to stay up past midnight?
Yeah, there's no way they have the stamina that the rest of us do.
I didn't even realize that it happened because, you know, I was just sitting downstairs doing work, and then it was suddenly past midnight. I was like, oh, hey, the thing happened. We went around the sun again.
In that 1 second. And what is you guys' method of choice for rigging in the new year? Do you do the Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve, even though he's still not alive anymore? Or do you do some other method
Well,
of recognizing?
I think the ideal thing to do
Is just look at the clock.
is you find yourself a nice lady or lad, depending on your preference, and you make out when the clock strikes. But I haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah, that wasn't the question I asked.
I haven't done that since I was a teenager.
Do you do that? Do you do that to the Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve, even though he's not alive, or do you do it to the look of the clock, or how is it that you know when it is the midnight?
I just look at the clock. No music. No nothing. Just like
Nothing.
Standing there awkwardly, waiting for the number to change.
Now, I usually do the Dick Clark Ryan Seacrest route. We've been doing that for years and years, right? So now, here's the thing. Usually, they do the Dick Clark thing. They start it earlier in the evening. I don't usually tune in till about like 11 or so, or maybe even earlier. Sometimes I catch it at 10:30. And one of the things I noticed is that
Dick Clark just does not age. Is that what you're about to say?
Well, no, he's dead. So he is definitely not aging anymore.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is that usually here in New York, I don't know about other places, but here in New York, they would have the.
You're saying this happens everywhere?
Yeah. Well, in the United States, but they would show the Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve, and it would start earlier in the evening, and I usually tune in about 10:30 or so, and then here locally they would cut away to the local news at 11 o'clock, and then he would come back at 11:30 right before the ball drop. This year, they didn't cut away to local news; they just went straight through, and no local news, and I'm wondering if that is a new thing that ABC is like, no more local news.
Oh, sounds like someone's got a conspiracy theory going.
I think so.
It sounds like someone drank the Kool-Aid.
And then also, I've noticed that the other networks have gotten very jealous, and they do their own New Year's Eve thing over the last few years. But like CBS, instead of ABC, CBS is going, nope, we're going totally opposite. They're in Nashville, and they got a whole bunch of Nashville stars, like, on their stages and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And Keith Urban isn't even from the United States. Like, does he even celebrate New Year's Eve where he's from? I don't know.
Probably like 13 hours later or earlier.
Right. So you're relying on this guy who's from Australia, who basically rings in the New Year's like a whole half day before you do. You're relying on him. That's what you're saying. Anyway, how do we think? What do we think? I think we're at the done stage.
I think you're on to something.
Mm-hmm.
With the drawing, or with the
cool.
Keith Urban being from Australia?
Both of those things. It's interesting how those two things dovetail so nicely on every episode of Catching Up with Franco.
When I talk about Keith Urban, yeah.
Well, it's only a matter of time. Everyone's just sitting around waiting for it. Like, okay, when's he gonna get to it? We know it's coming.
And if he goes too long talking about Keith Urban, then Chris is going to drop out of the feed.
Sure, as we've seen time and again on this show.
And then begging to be let in and didn't even realize that he was in.
Yeah. Yeah, begging.
You called me, dude. You're like, hey, man.
Yep.
Come on. It's all in fun. It's all fun and games till someone pokes an eye out. And then
it's all fun and games until I lose my temper and have to rage
against
time
the
out.
machine.
Against the machine?
That's what he's doing. He's raging against the machine.
Which one? The washing machine?
I bought one of these. One of these. Franco turned me on to this.
What is this? What am I looking at here?
This here thing.
Oh yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look how thin it is. Show them the side. Look at that.
Remember light boxes being like 200 pounds and 6 inches thick?
Yep, I got mine right here. Yep. I love that thing.
Yeah.
It's so lightweight.
It's completely revolutionized my whole life.
Mm-hmm. Do you take it with you everywhere?
Yep. Put it in my wallet.
Yeah. It fits right in there, dude.
Yeah. And all my friends at the art groups, they're pulling out these 200-pound, giant things out of their wallets. I'm like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
They're all sitting like George Costanza in his thick wallet.
I'm trying to make straight lines, dude, and you're making me laugh, and it's upsetting, dude. Come on.
Well, that's why you got to get a ruler.
Nah, I don't believe in him. There we go. Now what do we think?
Well,
Brad.
I think it's done. I think it's been
yeah,
done.
I think so.
Maybe
Did it
almost.
again.
What did you do? What
No,
did
you
do?
did. You
Oh, what
did it
did I do?
again, sir. You delivered.
I felt like drawing tonight, so I'm trying to get in the habit of drawing, like, because I draw all the time, and I figured I haven't been doing these shows. Maybe I should. Yeah. What are the burning questions we have out there? Anything?
Troy loves it. Loves what you're doing, sir.
Thanks, man. I should have other people on the show. It's just that what happens is, like, 5 minutes before I'm ready to come on, I'm like, hey, maybe we should do a show.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't join you last Friday. Was it Friday?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, no, I was chatting with my friend.
Well, that's okay. Like I said, 5 minutes before we decided to go on the air, when I was like, "Hey, Wayne."
See how Wayne just doesn't stop? He just got to throw it in my face. All these friends that he has. When I said earlier, I don't have any friends to watch movies with.
Right.
But,
He can
but all
read.
my friends are electronic. They're on this little device called the iPad.
He keeps doing that. He can read. Oh, I can read. I have friends.
Yeah, I have an iPad.
Right.
Yeah, Steve Jobs made a thing.
Yeah.
But listen, do you have a light box in your wallet though, Wayne?
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, and I don't have a light box, period.
I wish I could say that made me feel better, but it really doesn't.
It doesn't. How did I know that was coming?
Wham bam! I think we're done. What do we think?
D. Brad agrees that he needs to get the set of those markers that you're using.
Yeah, see, like D-Brad should come on the show one day.
Yeah, I dig it.
But,
He's
again,
a West Coast lad.
My test is always like, oh, if you're available 5 minutes before we're ready to go on, then you're in.
So it should be 5:53 his time.
That's right. He lives near Russia.
Close.
I can see Russia from my house.
If I'm not mistaken, Victoria Island.
Oh.
A fellow Canuck.
You guys should get together. He's not that far from you.
Wow,
Yeah,
even more friends.
Friends across the country.
Look, I'm signing it. That means I'm done. Look at this. 2025. Look at that.
Oh, whoa.
That's right, because it's the new
D.
year.
Brad says he's available. Usually he is.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
Remember that. Well, remember that next time, D. Brad. And I'm not kidding about that. Until I forget. And then we're on, and then you'll say something, and then I'm like, oh, I should have invited him.
So what I need to do is in the backstage beforehand, go, hey, did you invite D. Brad?
Remind me. I did it, guys. I did it.
Yes, indeed. You did do the thing.
I did
Great
it.
work.
I'll put these up on my site at some point. But if anyone is interested that's watching this,
I was just going to ask you, what do you do with that?
I put them on my big cartel site, but I dole them out like one a day because I'm lazy. But if anybody's interested in any of these, I'll show them all again. This is the Wolverine. I did this one last night. He's in the yellow paper. I like the dark paper better. I gotta say. I did this Batman and Joker with the paints. Well, look at the green is doing the. If I do it this way, he doesn't show up as much because I can see the background. I did this Moon Knight. This magic. That's what you have to say. You have to say magic. And then the Anakin Skywalker. I mean the Kylo Ren.
Well, you see.
See this one? I did this one all crazy.
I like the highlights.
That does look really cool. Yeah.
Then I did the Vampirella.
Yeah,
The highlights on the Kylo Rens. The Kylo Rens, I went all crazy.
Yeah.
The highlights on that.
Just like his lightsaber.
This was fun with the paint marker. It reminds me I should go over this again. I'm going to do that right now. And then also this Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast is available. I'll probably put this one up tonight or tomorrow, and then the rest probably during the week as I work on other stuff, because I do have to get back to writing stuff. I got some writing stuff I got to do. So, yes, I have. Flash Gordon, like I said, Flash Gordon just came out. So if you haven't purchased a Flash Gordon, you should purchase Flash Gordon. Chase Speedington is coming out with my my good artist buddy pal Mike Hardigan from New Zealand. There's that. And then this week or next week, there will be something else that will be announced. And it has to do with some sort of a ninja and some sort of kaiju. I'm not going to tell you what it is, though.
Mike Hardigan's awesome.
He is awesome.
B Thing said that he ordered your Batgirl from you the other day.
Oh, very cool. I just packed it up like right before the show. I packed it up and secured it in the package to send out to you. So thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And Troy said not only is D. Brad awesome and nice, he's also super fast. He'd be great on here.
Well, see that's an invitation I'm not going to extend then, because if he's faster than me, I don't like that. I don't like joining up with guys that can draw faster with.
Yeah, you see how slow I'm going.
Like Chris Russo can draw faster than me, and Art Baltazar can draw faster than anybody, I think.
And then there's Scoot.
And Scoot can draw faster than me.
Scoot, basically, he sneezes and he's got like 3 more drawings done.
Right? I will send him ideas. And this is Scoot. I'll send him an idea like as an example. I wrote to him one day and I'm like, hey, I got this idea about a ninja and another idea, 2 separate ideas about like a ninja and a kaiju. And I said, I'm thinking of doing a story, and this is what I'm thinking. And in the text chain, literally 5 seconds later, he goes, maybe he looks like this. And he draws a picture, and he sends it to me. I hate that guy.
I love that guy.
I hate that guy in the sense that, I really like him. I'm just jealous of people that can draw faster than me. But I've always been very slow, art-wise. I can sketch pretty quick, but finished art usually takes me a while. I don't know why that is.
B Things is really looking forward to getting his Batgirl.
Awesome.
And D. Brad promises that he'll draw slow, and if he inks in colors, it'll even be slower.
Nah, I'm only kidding about that. You could draw at your own pace. I would.
Well, Franco lets me on the show, and I don't do anything.
And he doesn't draw at all. That's right.
And I don't draw at all. You don't want to see my drawings because obviously I can't submit anything for the Flash Gordon, or my great nephews can't submit anything for the Flash Gordon.
Not at their age.
Nope.
Maybe they could get some fake IDs.
Yeah, they're 6 and 8.
Yeah, see? Okay.
Can't quite take him out to a bar yet.
Coolsville. All right. One last roundup. Let's go. Let's go around the horn. What you got there, Nikki?
So I think I finished inking Invisible Woman. I'm in the middle of inking the Mr. Fantastic. Finished pieces are probably gonna go on my Instagram within a couple days. So yes.
Show the other one that you were working on too.
Oh yeah. I didn't color it yet, but there's this one, the thing in Human Torch, the whole set.
There it is, all 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
You got to draw a separate one with Herbie, little Herbie, the robot.
Oh yeah. Maybe I could put him somewhere.
Ken. Chris, what do you got, Chris? What's happening on your end over there? What you got? Oh, Doc Ock. Look at all these action poses. What's happening,
Whoa.
dude? You're drawing these action poses and stuff. We can see it. There you go. Wow. Look at that. That's it. He's got them all done. Got them done. Cool. All right. What else we got? Anything else? I think we're pretty much wrapped up now. Ooh, oh, there he goes. Oh, I like that too.
Oh yeah.
I love when you do those covers. Okay, can I tell you how much I like that team?
Remember Champions #1, the blank variant?
I do.
Remember that blank variant?
Mm-hmm. I like those guys. Look. I'll show you this.
You were about to say how much you like that team.
Yeah, look, this is how much I like that team.
Wow. When's that going to be for sale?
Iceman, he's juggling some ice cubes there.
Or is that commission? Is that commission in progress?
No, it's just for fun. It's just in between. I create these things all the time, and then in between, like, like I did this one a while ago too. Like I'll just start a character and then add another character. I got a bunch of these, but I haven't colored them yet. So
wow, bro.
So I got this one, and I did these a while ago. So
these are awesome.
Just never colored them. So I gotta color them.
You've been holding out on us the whole show. You had these giant.
This one. These are 11 by 17 pieces, but not. These are hard to carry to shows, so I don't usually carry them with. And then I had what other one? No, that's it. Yeah, see, I have these pieces that I start and then like I kind of pencil in a character, and then like, but then I get I forget about them for a while, so I don't do anything with them for a year or so, and then so I don't do anything with them for a year or so.
Before we go, I just want to say, Troy, Nick, Troy really loves your thing.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, it's gonna go. Finished piece is gonna go live soon, hopefully.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, what else we got? Anything else before we end up? We've been down here boring people for a couple hours. It's fun. Thanks for joining us. That was my drawing live stream. I do really appreciate when people come and hang out and watch us draw and listen to us talk about silly things. And one of the things I don't like is when Chris rage quits the show. I don't like that. Although it is kind of one of my favorite things.
I would do it right now if I thought I could make it back before the show is actually ended, but I don't think I have time for that.
No, I don't think you do. I don't think you do. But it's good to come on and just draw. And I'm going to try and do more of these. And I know what you're thinking out there. Oh, great, he's going to do more of these. But I do like to draw all the time, and I gotta kind of draw on camera and talk to people, so I don't feel like I'm all alone in the studio. So this is a fun way to do it with some other people. So you never know. I may call you 5 minutes before we're about to be on the air and ask if you want to come on. So, you know.
Last comment. Christina Blanche says, "Hi guys."
I love Christina. Hi.
And D. Brad says, "Thanks for the laughs. Chris is really funny. Was really funny tonight."
Thank you.
I got news for you. Chris is funny every night.
Oh man,
He's a very funny person. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, let me rephrase that. Chris thinks he's funny all the time.
oh.
He will send me. What do you call those things? Memes and Giphies and videos sometimes that he thinks are pretty funny, and I don't find them as funny as he does.
You're kind of outing yourself right
Yeah.
now.
I am kind of out of myself. I am. So, but thanks everybody for coming. Thanks. My thanks to Wayne. Thank you, Wayne. I appreciate it. Nick, always a pleasure.
Of course.
I can hang out with you all the time because you're here. And Chris,
Well.
thanks for coming on.
Thanks for inviting me.
I appreciate it. I do. Thank you. See you next time. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Franco, yeah, catching up with Franco. Yeah, we're catching up with Franco. Yeah, we're catching up. Gotta catch it now, Franco. Yeah, catching up with Franco. Yeah, we're catching up with Franco. Yeah, we're catching up. Gotta catch it now.
I like that song.